Hi, hello, and welcome back to our Hytale adventure. Last episode ended with the construction of our beautiful new house, a little haven to rest and recharge. But now, we've got a different problem on our hands. My belly is rumbling, and there is not a scrap of food in sight. So, today's mission is clear. Embrace the farming life and build a crop area to ensure future survival. Without further ado, grab my hand and let's jump right in. Another day in the beautiful land of Orbis. Everything's jolly, everything's nice, except... yeah, I don't think those berries are gonna be any good. Regardless, before I get to the gist of it all and start building my dream windmill house, I've got a number of things I would like to do first. You see, it seems like I've completely ignored this little exclamation mark in here, so we definitely need to pay a visit to the Forgotten Temple. As such, let's see, and craft ourselves a copper shield. As for the temple, the closest one seems to be right here. There is a horse! Ooh, how does this work? Oh! Is that is poo! Did I stress the little sheep so much that it... oh no. Okay, are you tameable? Not to the ocean, please, not to the ocean. Oh, I'm on a horse. I'm on a horse. Can it jump over the... oh! It can swim? What? Okay. Horse shenanigans aside, I arrived at the Forgotten Temple. An attempt was made to park the horse somewhere nearby, but the stallion strongly disagreed with my idea. That is cool. Oh! Freedom was granted. Inside the temple, I paid my respects. Oh, dear guardian of the temple, please grant me my wish of a tameable fox. But perhaps I was a bit too greedy, because downstairs, a massive stony gentleman was waiting to kick my butt. Yup, a freaking golem. I have no clue if I'm ready, but we're about to find out. Hello? Bro, my arrows. Okay, you know what? Oh god! Oh, it doesn't really hurt that bad. Okay. Well, that was easy! What was I scared about? Green crystal shards and this? An emerald! I can trade with the villagers now! Before leaping into the blue portal, I thoroughly scavenged the place. Unfortunately, nothing of interest turned up, so in I went. This place was the edge of the echo, and it instantly awakened monkey instincts. Whoa! This is so pretty! And there is so many flowers, I don't really want to harvest them. And there are queen bags! Hello! There are deers and bunnies. Wow, there's so many. Okay, that is a new... What? What are you wearing? What? Who are you? I mean, what's the point of that? Okay, you sell useless construction signs and you sell useful stuff, but for a currency I don't currently have. Exactly. Unable to ignore what can only be described as a shopping addiction, I walked onward and interacted with a statue. It unlocked a brand new memory system. I'd compare it to a bestiary. You discover creatures, record them as memories, then turn them in for rewards. Features like this in games are chef's kiss, rewarding curiosity while teaching players about mobs they might have otherwise missed. I did some more poking around, but since the game is still in early access, there wasn't much else here as of now. I have unlocked a new tab in here, and I can currently store 48 memories. That's a lot. While we're talking about tabs, I also saw that I can have a backpack upgrade. That will be my second goal for the day. It actually has a backpack. Okay. Your backpack capacity has now increased to 9? Wait, that is really nice. That is so cool. Since we now have the backpack, let me craft a little bedroll. And the smart thing to do would be to put it in here. on our adventure so that it doesn't really occupy the main area of my backpack. But in an emergency, we can sleep through the night. I think this is so wise. But since we're at home, let's just sleep in my bed. Oh, and also, what I found out is this little bar, it means I'm suffocating because my bed is too close to the ceiling. So as you can see, in a bit, I'm gonna start taking damage. Yeah, they say most of deaths happens in the safety of your home, so I guess that's true. One more thing I would like to do before we tackle the farming stuff is explore those two biomes right here. Whoa, so this is not an icy biome, this is like magical one. What is this? Is that an ore? Cyan crystal shards. Imagine, okay? What if those crystals, like the green ones and now the blue ones, what if they are used later on for some kind of jewelry system? That would be my dream, honestly. Like a ring of regeneration, a ring of mana. I don't know if there is mana in this game. There is! Okay! So my theory might be correct, guys. I continued to explore the Bluey lands, grabbing everything I could lay my hands on. Truth be told, the loot was meh, but the biome itself, stunning. The kind of place people will absolutely build magical settlements in. With not much else to see, I stepped into the red biome. Right off the bat, I see something of interest to me. Pumpkins. I am a bit less trustful of this one. Rightfully so. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? When is it gonna die? Okay. Ew. Hey, what are these? Potatoes? Why are you so tiny? Okay, you're... I don't like this place. There's a ton of spiders. What about the trees? Maple. And there is a Quebec village. This is a pretty nice spot, guys. Yes. And you know what? Since this village is so far away, I might as well steal of the stuff. Now, I'm also assuming that you can sort of be a shepherd as well, but why are there rabbits in a place that looks like a chicken coop? Well, I've heard that taming is not really just there yet in the game, so if I were to make an episode out of it, we might wait a little while. Okay, one last thing I will check out is gonna be the swamp biome, but we are not really going into the desert water though. Yeah, we are not going there this episode. I feel like I would be scorched by the sun and devoured by the scorpions. In the marsh, not the swamp apparently, I met some emo pigs, punched some snakes and fen stalkers. And well, yeah, it was time to go home. Once I somehow made it back alive, I stashed away my belongings, rolled up the sleeves, and began the next big project. And I believe this is the right time to start thinking about our windmill/farm build. First things first, I think I wanna flatten up the terrain and maybe extend this path here a little bit so I know where to put stuff. I've spent quite a bit of time yesterday farming all the materials for today so that we don't waste unnecessary time mining out the ingredients, you know? I got rid of that ugly block and added some texturing, and also the enemies do not respawn, so I say we hit a jackpot with this one. Oh yeah, and I also crafted a shovel, an iron shovel, because ain't no way I would be digging out this much dirt with my pickaxe only. You know what, I take that back. I think I'm just gonna finish up this path that I've already dug out, but I would rather actually start with the build, because it's kind of difficult for me to visualize this stuff. It doesn't always happen to me, but today it did happen, so we're just gonna embrace it. Let me tell you a bit about the color palette I want to go for with this build. I would like to incorporate some of that marble here. And to tie everything nicely together, I think I want to go for oak logs, like I did with the starter house. The smart decision would be to take the builder's workbench with us, so that I won't have to run back and forth to craft some blocks. I might actually just dig out what I think will be a path. It will only be 1 block wide for now. And here, the house is gonna be starting. This is gonna be a circle, and I don't know how I feel about this. It's definitely gonna be quite difficult, but we're gonna manage. Is this big enough? Is it not too small? I think it's gonna be alright. So let's make the beams taller. I'm only gonna make them 4 blocks tall. Bim, boom, da, 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 da. I continued to decorate the base of the building. Doors, beams, shelves, all the good stuff. Next up was the tower of the windmill, and I wanted it to be in marble and chalk. Oh yeah, and I discovered a totally undangerous method for vertical travel. Now, I wanna make a marble tower. And I say we go 10 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. We are already at the height of my house, and will I die now? No, but maybe we should extend the ladder a bit. I feel like I've just unlocked such a life hack to building with this ladder. Look, easy peasy. Super safe, super safe. Oh, we don't have the chalk. Oh no, we have. What? What am I on about? Oh my god. Ta-da! We're done with the height. Let's safely go down. Oh my god. I want to make a sort of a balcony there. I don't know how it's gonna work, but somehow it will, okay? Ooh, looks like it has horns. I think we're gonna connect it with the slabs. Continuing on that balcony, I would like to make a door, but possibly from the other side. And I also wanna add a tiny little roof. If you know me, you know I like to play around with shapes and stuff, so we're gonna try something weird. No, you would think you just put another one here. Nuh-uh, bro. We're going like this. Was that a good decision? Of course it was. Let's repeat that everywhere. Wait, now I have a door. Why am I climbing? It's not gonna be so easy to climb the door. Okay, we have to park. We're up there. Oh, beams. Beam here and beam there. Then we add another stair. Then we add a little roof, which is shallow. Shallow. I believe that being able to entertain yourself alone in a room is a skill. Some people find that concerning, and to them, I say that in medieval times, this energy would land me a spot in the king's castle. Not everyone can be the royal jester. Yet, nowadays, I only ever hear about this place called Asylum. Never took much time to learn what that means, huh? It is looking pretty barren, I would fancy. Some fencing! Oh! Okay, after some thought, let the narrator me take over for a bit for both of our sakes. I continued to texturize the tower by adding those stone pillars, as well as digging out some window holes. Then, I swiftly moved on to the very top, where I envisioned a little room. Keeping it completely real, this part was rough. For the life of foxes, I could not figure out how I wanted this one to go. And when it came down to making a circular roof, yeah, I'm out, quite literally. Yeah, do we go crazy? I think a little bit of crazy is gonna help this roof tremendously. And you know, it's... Oh my god. Yeah, so as I said, let's go crazy with the beams. It's gonna be pretty. It will make sense in a second, okay? It will make sense. It doesn't look too bad. I believe that once we add the fan... Is it a fan? Wheel? Fan wheel? Wheel fan? Wiatrak. A windmill. Okay, I get that. Once we add the windmill, it's gonna look better, I promise. But this is not bad at all. To build a proper wiatrak though, I needed to shear some ovce. Wool was what I needed. So off into the night I ran. I see next to nothing, and certainly I don't see any sheep. But the good news is that I don't see any of the bad guys either. Wait, don't they go to sleep at night? They do! Let's take a nap. I got something stuck in my throat. There's a... Hello! Would you mind? Several sheep and one sheep carcass later. No, you did not! I've had what I came out for. And, oh yeah, a horse was acquired along the way. He came voluntarily, of course. Hey, Mr. Stop. Hey, Mr. Horse, I will put you down here and you do what you wanna do. Okay, let's make 10 of the... I miscalculated everything. Okay. You see, I just like to make life hard for myself. Sometimes I need that extra challenge, you know? Yeah. See, that is why I'm pursuing a nice YouTube hustle and not anything too complicated like maths. So far so good, isn't it? By the way, I'm building up the fan of the windmill if you haven't noticed yet. Yeah, a splendid job. At some point I figured out how not to sleep anymore. And also noticed a cute creature cheering me on from the ground floor. I wonder, was he staying around to see me succeed or waiting for its dinner in the form of my broken carcass? Either way, he will come around this episode. Final look at the windmill alone. It's so good. This calls for a little celebration. Yummers. I had no hopes for the roof. I will be honest, I thought it would be impossible to make a nice rounded roof, but it's not the worst, you know, it's not the worst, and it does look like a windmill. Now, I want to add another building. I hope it will work out somehow, especially with the balcony here. We connect the skeleton. For the side, I obviously want the lightwood planks, but also thought that it would be nice if we did sort of like stripes, like so, everywhere we can go. Here's gonna be the door, so let's leave a space for it. Wait, this could be... Yeah, this is gonna be like passageway. Let's do the windows. What if we make it a barn looking place, but not actually a barn? In case I ever wanna make a real barn and coop and all that animal stuff. Just like a storage barn, you know? And so what I'm thinking is we make the doors bigger. And then we add windows and double doors. And now is the unfortunate time for the roof. Another block, maybe? And please let it connect, please let it... It connects! Oh my god, it connects! How does it look? It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. Look, 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 look. Boom. And boom. Yup. We have a roof. However, this is not really giving crazy roof vibe. So we have to make some changes. This is looking much more like my roof. Is there anything else I would add? Oh, let's see how it looks with the windmill. Yeah, now it looks so cool. See, the windmill alone was nice, but it was just a big pillar up to the sky, and now this looks like a proper farmer house. Yes, Mouse, do you like it? Maybe you wanna live in a farmhouse since you're a mouse and all. I say we take a little breaky from building the farmhouse itself and go and see what crops are there that we can plant. Maybe 10 of these and 10 of these as well. Oh, and also I think this is how you replant trees. Ash sapling and oak sapling only unlocked at tier 4 and 15. Ooh. Yeah, we need to get to farming, guys. And when the morning comes, we will get to work on our little crop fields. But before that, I saw that there's a capture crate. 50. Well, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. I promise. And now, you remember how I talked about little Mouse being the resident of our farmhouse? I don't want her to run away, so let's see. How do I capture you? Oh. I have her! Okay, we have the mouse. We have the mouse. This is your new home. It's pretty empty, not gonna lie, but soon it's gonna be brimming with life, little mouse, don't you worry. I go do my stuff and you have fun inside. While the mouse, officially named Squeaky, warmed up in his new home, I worked on pathing. The farm was connected to the house, then the road extended toward the side of the windmill, where I had planned for several crop fields. Like so. Another one can be nearby, and maybe let's just add 2 more in advance. 3 fences later, a realization struck me. How exactly were these supposed to be watered? Let me grab some cobble. And thus, an idea came to mind. A well-made well. Oh god. Now some pillars. Beams to add the height. Does this work? Kinda does, kinda doesn't. No, it works, it's okay. However, how do I craft a bucket of water? Is it in the farmer's workbench? It is. Ingot. Now where is the nearest water? Ugh, the ocean. It's still early access, so I don't suppose that there are leviathans and stuff. However, just why? Why would you go in there? Oh, it takes away actual blood. Okay. I wonder if you can make an infinite water pool then. Because if it takes away the water, maybe they will add like an infinite water bucket. And so, plop, can I hang a bucket here? No, I cannot. Let's then extend the rope at least. And the buckets can serve, I don't know, as a decoration really. There we go. But I would like one last crop field in here. Before I decorate it some more, I think it would be wiser to actually plant stuff so we can already farm it. Is there something like a hoe that I can craft? In the workbench? No. Then probably in the farmer's workbench. Yes, there is. But I need a tier 2 for a copper one. Alright, so crude hoe it is. Okay, first off, wheat. Okay, watering can. So I would assume in Hytale you don't really place like blocks of water, but you just use a watering can, okay. And let's prepare the lettuce as well. And now we just wait. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna decorate this area a little bit. Now add some slabs, some lanterns, really nothing too crazy. Let's give our crops some time to grow. And I will make sure this place looks nice and cozy. It is a brand new day. I did some decorations here and there. As you can see, I added some more lanterns because it was just so dark during the night. And here, yup, our crops have grown. So let's see. One plant of wheat gives me 2 wheat actually. That is very handy. So I don't get the seeds. I get a ton of essence of life. That's good. Let's grab the lettuce. Oh, lettuce only we get 1. That makes sense though. We ended up with a stack and 65 essence of life. Not bad at all. However, what we need to do now is to upgrade our workbench. That should be a priority. So let's go, first upgrade ever! It seems now to advance further, we will need to plant carrots and corn. 10 of each. Wait, what was that? Wheat seed bag eternal. Does that mean that it will replant itself or something? Putting a well in here was such a smart idea. Oh, and these stayed watered, no? Yes, they did! So I say while these are brewing, we go and take care. Oh, hello! Of the interior of our farmhouse, cause yeah, it needs some work, alright? During the preparations, I noticed one of the game's mechanics. Huh? Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh. So it would seem like you can be crafting the repair kits, but at some point your tool's durability is so low, it can no longer restore it, and you have to craft a new pickaxe. Well, that is not a problem, honestly. And actually, it's kinda nice, because otherwise, those ingots would be just laying around and growing old. The pickaxe may have broken, but my building spirit remained unshattered. Time to decorate the interior. I started working on the very canvas, so easy beams, stairs, though it was made significantly harder by a certain critter sprinting around my sharp axe. Mr. Squeaky, I don't wanna punch you with an axe, be careful. I can't see Jack. Spiral staircase, oh my god. I continued with the deco while occasionally tending to my crops to farm those sparkly green orbs. Ooh, don't mind if I do. And over here we have some beautiful corn and carrots. And you've got 200 essences of life. Technically, we could convert it to a greater essence of life and upgrade our workbench. However, I still don't have the farm plots for the new crops, and I would rather finish up the interior first. What do you say we craft ourselves some eternal seed bags? Okay, only 3. Whoa. So these are the normal wheat seeds, and these are the Eternals. They don't really look any different. Okay, I take that back. I see little particles. Oh yeah, there are sparkles. Not gonna lie, farming is pretty calming in this game. I quite like it. Okay, back to the interior we go. Most importantly, let's take with us the farmer's workbench and put it maybe like here. At the entrance, I'm thinking a chest to drop my stuff and a planter. On this side, I'm thinking a little desk area, let's say. Some shelves and a candle. I would like it to look like a farmhouse, so I'm gonna put these hay bales literally everywhere. Okay, that's a storage area. A bush and a water bucket. And then in here, we put a light source. And yeah, the first floor is looking very nice. It's pretty tight, but the main road is clear. We go here, we're gonna craft something, ding ding ding, and here we have a fancy storage. Building continued upward, but more importantly, there is news, both good and bad. Okay, moment of truth. It does replant itself. This is so cool. Wait, a workbench resets when you pick it up? I want to make a petition to change that, please, because ain't no way, I just lost 50 essence of life for nothing. Before I furnish the upper floor, I think I low-key want to take care of this one. Something that definitely needs to happen is 2 big lanterns hanging down. And finally, the top floor. I definitely want a little nook with a candle and a chair. Since this is a windmill, I really want to put a lot of haystacks, little signage here, and a candle. I would like a planter with a bucket and some shelves. And the last bit would be a wardrobe that is sadly not functional, and this wooden planter that I have not yet unlocked the recipe for. But soon, guys, soon. Additionally, I wanted this to look a bit run down, so I crafted hanging moss, for example, so that it looks a bit, overgrown. And the last piece of deco is, of course, gonna be putting down some of the fruits and wheat. Like so. And yep, it seems like we are mostly done with decorating this place, so let's quickly check up on our crops. I could do this all day, this is so relaxing. We should be able to craft a greater essence of life. Let's go ahead and do that. We can unlock tier 3 of the farmer's workbench. And we unlocked cauliflower as well as turnip. But there is one problem. We currently do not have the space for any more crops, and as such I say we make one somewhere around here, so it looks like a proper big farm. For starters, I think we can place one here. Okay. One can be here. So you have 2. Oh, this could be an entrance to another one of these. This one is gonna be bigger. And I would like to put a well somewhere around here. No need to overcomplicate stuff, we can just go with the previous design, right? And a rope in the middle, as well as some water. Does it fit in? Ooh, yes, it does. I, of course, took care of the pathing, as well as added a little sitting area to make it all look more When quickly grabbing the new crops, I realized just how poor I currently was. Oh my, these are expensive. What the heck, 5 per bag? Still, I did have enough resources to craft the basic necessities, so all was good. I can barely see stuff, and I hope YouTube doesn't absolutely freak up the quality of the video in the dark, but I guess I will use that bit to see actually how it manages. And with that, I say those crop fields are finished. All that there is left now is to harvest all of these so that we can upgrade our workbench to another level. There you are, Squeaky, squeaking done. Are we ready? Oh, we are! We have just enough essence of life to craft 2 of the big guys. And now... there we are! And we got 2 more. We have aubergine. And we have a pumpkin! I love me some pumpkin. I think here we can exchange... Yup, we can exchange our crops for the essence of life. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. Okay, we have 10 out of these, 10 out of these. That is plenty of seed packs, okay? Let's plant them all. Well, I know I'm gonna be busy in between the episodes trying to farm these. Here, I definitely want the pumpkins. And lastly, some aubergine. Oh, and the trees have grown. Yeah, they fit here. Yeah, trees always add so much because they break the horizon, you know? I know that there's still a bit more to unlock, but to be honest, in real life, I don't really eat tomatoes and I cannot stand spicy food. So when the moment comes that we unlock Workbench tier 7, I might think about expanding our farm field because onion and potato, yum! I will definitely need a spot for these guys. But so far, the crop fields are done. What is not done, however, is Squeaky's place. Oh, yeah. We're not gonna be doing that, buddy. I need to decorate it somehow and finish up that roof. While preparing some materials for the interior, I've noticed that we unlocked another planter and this one is totally up my alley. I'm gonna craft like 5 of these and put them basically everywhere now. Starting with my very own house. Flower, little bush. Oh, and then here definitely a white one. Okay then, let's finally get to work. The barn storage area was exactly that. A walk-in, barn-looking place stuffed with everything imaginable. Always open doors were a key design choice, so Squeaky the mouse could roam freely like the king he is. Furniture, hay bales, and various crops filled the space. And may I just say that the option to put down almost every item in the game is probably my favorite feature so far. My wish would be to make it possible to make like stacks of items, you know, like stacks of carrots and such. So if ever a feature like that comes, just remember you heard it here first. Yeah, well, it looks like we're pretty much done. No, but seriously, I would say that we've had a good run today. We met Mr. Squeaky, who is now our lovely companion in this windmill. You can call him a guardian of sorts. I doubt anyone would be willing to step in knowing that a beast like that is roaming the place. But for reals though, thank you for tuning in today. I truly had so much fun building this build. And I cannot believe that we've come up with something like this. I mean, this fan is doing a lot for this build, but overall, I am very satisfied with what we came up with. And we have crop fields that not only look nice, but actually were planned out in a smart way, so that I don't have to run back and forth getting the water and stuff. I will probably play a little bit between the episodes, just, you know, farming those eternal seeds because yeah, it's not gonna stay this empty forever. But for the video today, that's gonna be it. I hope you all enjoyed your time spent here with me today. Big shout out to my members who support my little hustle. And of course, if you like Hytale as much as I do and would like to try out the farming feature, please consider using my creator code. I will see you sometime soon. And remember, stay kind, stay healthy because the weather outside is beyond freezing, okay? And I will see you in the next one. Aiba, the farmer, logging off.